Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm David DeCenzo, president of Coastal Carolina University, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the dedication ceremony for the Delan and Lynn Stevens Tennis Complex. This is really a special day for former Coastal Carolina University athletes, Delan and Lynn, as they etch their names into Coastal Carolina history. I can't thank them enough, not only for their generosity, but for the time and talent that they've given to our university. At this time, I'd like to call to the podium our outstanding athletics director, Mr. Matt Hogue.
Thank you, Mr. President. And again, it's great to get together with Teal Nation to celebrate yet another milestone and another beautiful facility to allow our athletes to achieve their championship goals. And Delan and Lynn, you've meant so much to Coastal Carolina University through the years in so many ways. But obviously today we have the opportunity to recognize your generous gratitude and all that you've poured into this particular sport for us, the sport of tennis. You were there when our tennis programs really began, when they began to be formed in the 1970s. You were there when we won our first championships in this sport. You were there when we first were ambassadors and supported this school on the national scene with those championships in postseason play, the NAIA national championships that you competed in. That set the foundation for what's been great programs through the years, our men's and women's teams. Coach Parker, of course, leading you guys in those days, moving on to the great success that Jody Davis had, who is with us here today, and now on to Coach Hewitt and Coach Powers, leading us into this next stage. So, on behalf of all those former coaches and student athletes that have been such exemplary players for us, students for us through the years, we thank you for this incredible gift, and certainly to everyone that comes after now, our future athletes and the successes that I know they will bring to us and continue that championship heritage. So it's a very, very special day. But the most important thing is you've created an environment for these young people to succeed and to enjoy their craft and to hone their craft. And I think that's where we'll turn our attention to now. And I'd like to bring our women's tennis coach to the podium, Catherine Hewitt. Coach?
All right, thank you, Matt. Today truly is a wonderful day for our university, our athletic department, as well as our women's and men's tennis teams. I believe that a coach's most important job is to help their student athletes develop character, because good character is the key ingredient to a successful life. You can't control whether or not you win a tennis match or you lose the tennis match, but you can control whether or not you're a hard worker, how much you believe in yourself, and if you buy into a vision that is greater, or if you buy into a vision that is centered around other people. Today is special to me because I've known Lynn and Delan Stevens for most of my life. Delan gave me my first tennis lesson. We attend the same church, and they even suffer the indignity of having to teach Sunday school with my husband. Lynn and Delan perfectly embody the values of good character. Their exemplary lives are a testament to self-confidence, hard work, humility, and the importance of serving others. I can think of no better names to have on this building and this facility than the names of Lynn and Delan Stevens. Every time I pass by those names, I'm reminded of their wonderful character and that my most important job is to help our players be those same sort of people. Thank you, Lynn and Delan, for your wonderful example. We will do our best to measure up. Up next is Brooke Campbell from Perth, Australia. Come on up.
I would like to say thank you on behalf of all of the girls on the team. We are truly grateful for the enormous generosity and donation that Delan and Lynn Stevens have given us. Without their kind donations, we wouldn't have this amazing tennis facility. I know each day coming out and practicing at such a beautiful complex makes practice all the more enjoyable. We have had the pleasure of having Delan come out and teach us a few tricks on the doubles court, where I believe him and Nat are undefeated. We are so thankful for everything the Stevens have done, and we couldn't be happier to have our tennis facility named after such generous and kind people. And next we have Coach Powers from the men's team.
Obviously, it goes without saying the great amount of thanks that we have to Delan and Lynn and everyone here today. This is such a special moment, not for just our tennis program, but for the university as a whole. I've been here a long time, and I can tell you that from the days of one T-shirt per player to eating out of a cooler to driving up, driving back all day long, that when you see this evolution, that it is nothing less than miraculous that I've been able to experience this year. When I pull into the parking lot on a daily basis, I truly feel the blessing to be the coach here, and not just to be part of the tennis program, but to be part of Coastal Carolina. And I know that Lynn and Delan share that feeling, and they know what Coastal Carolina, it truly is all about. And we're seeing it right here today. We're experiencing it right here today. Thank you so much. I hope you brought your racket today. I'd like to bring up Francesco Migliano from Italy. Thank you.
Well, first of all, thank you all for being here. This is a very special day for us, not only to celebrate our seniors, but also to celebrate this amazing facility that we have here. And I think that one of the most important things just in life to be successful is just to have that deep belief in who you are, in yourself, but also to be thankful for what one has given us. And coming from another Sunbelt school which had literally nothing compared to this, I truly understand the impact that this facility has had on just us winning the championship last year and hopefully winning another one this year. So we really, really, really appreciate that. And on top of that, I think that what's very special about this is all the countless and unforgettable memories that we lived here. Not even as a team, but as a family, as a whole, as a unit. So on top of that, I also believe that this facility not only made us better tennis players, but it made us better people. So more motivated, self-driven members of society who strive to make a difference every single day to just become better citizen and change someone's life. And I think that's really outstanding to me. And for that, as well as just for the opportunity to do what I love and what my team loves to do, which is to compete every day and play tennis, I just want to say thank you. So thank you so much for the time, the financial resources that were invested toward making this amazing, great complex. And I just want to really thank you for that. And at the same time, I'm so appreciative of being here, having such a great team on my side. And we are extremely humbled, proud, honored, and privileged, and blessed to just be able to represent the tennis program as well as these amazing facilities to the best of our abilities in the present and in the future. So thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Delan and Lynn Stevens Tennis Complex.
I'll, as usual, say a short word and leave most of the talking to Delan, but it's an incredible honor for us to be here today. Coastal has meant an awful lot to Delan and I, not only in the education that we received, but the friendships and relationships that we formed while we were both in school that have carried us throughout. It's especially honoring for us to be associated with Catherine and Chris, two wonderful young coaches that are setting a great example for the young folks out here and have been very successful in doing it not only on the tennis court but in life as well. And I'd just like to say to Coastal, thank you for all the opportunities that you've given us.
Ex-coach Marshall and Keith, my team members, and Tim, and I know one thing for sure that's positive about being married to Lynn. When you say all the things you say that's good about her, you just gotta add me in there because I'm married to her. So I mean, you know, I know for some of them it was kind of hard to swallow. And the other thing I do want to mention real quick is that having Dr. Parker here today, I can remember guys and ladies whenever we went to our district championship. It was in Clinton at PC, and we drove an 8-passenger 15-year-old van. I understand y'all were going to New Orleans, so a lot of things has changed. But I'm quite honored, and it's a privilege to be able to do this. And kind of echoing one thing on what Tim said is Coastal's afforded us a lot more than just the opportunity to play tennis. If it hadn't been for the education we received from Coastal and the support from the staff at that time, we probably wouldn't be able to do things like this. So Coastal's a lot more than just a sports complex. It makes up a a tremendous amount of things for a lot of student athletes. So it's been an honor and a privilege to serve. Thank you.
Welcome to the Delane and Lynn Stevens Tennis Complex.